I look so stupid like this. Can we please add a full-grown beard on post? What do you mean we can't? How the hell I'm supposed to... Oh yeah, this already started. Welcome to the boss inspection, the show in which I'll tell you which boss battles are worth fighting and which ones are not. Today I'm going to talk about the Gigapede from Devil May Cry 3. And I just realized how hard it is to write a joke for every single episode of the boss inspection that I make. Let's think of something. I guess this boss fight is so painfully bad that it feels like a tapeworm inside of my intestines. That is so funny, right? Please don't fire me.
Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening is one of the best hack and slash games out there. The gameplay is fast, hectic and stylish, but with an infamous level of difficulty. It's very badass and very fun. And of course the gameplay of DMC3 is best experienced with its boss battles. Most of them are just as epic and entertaining, yet unforgivably challenging as the rest of the game. But I really don't need to give you examples, since I already made a list of the best Devil May Cry bosses, and you can click right there if you want to watch it.
I would make a joke about how ashamed I should feel for plugging in another video here, but come on guys, that joke is as overdone as the flame shield cliché, and I am way better than that. Not really, I'm still trash.
The boss battle featuring today's episode is a special case though, because it goes against everything that I love about the bosses in Devil May Cry 3. I am talking about the Gigapede. Of course it's the Gigapede, I mean you can read the title of the video, you're not fucking stupid. First encountered in Mission 4, the Gigapede flat out sucks. It's not memorable, it's not challenging, nor it's fun to fight at all. I really wish I could stop all the bitching here and call it a day, but if I don't give a proper explanation, this video will suck, and it will end up in a commentary by a nerd with a sexy lisp and a weird obsession with Maleficent. No thank you! Now, not many people will get that joke. The Gigapede is a giant demon worm found in the Temen Ningru Tower. Let's start by pointing out the most obvious flaw here. Its design is really boring. Just a giant worm with a few bells and whistles. It's not bad, it's just not as creative as other bosses in the Devil May Cry series. Hell, most of the minor enemies in this game have better designs than the Gigapede itself. It's just not memorable, nor it stands out. And if you're thinking, but just because the designs suck, it doesn't mean the entire fight sucks! What about the gameplay? Don't you worry, my stupid friend with an oddly familiar voice. This is just the beginning. The Gigapede attacks by flying around the room and throwing several bolts of electricity at Dante. What you have to do to defeat it is climb to its back and constantly attack him over there until it makes you fall off and enters one of the many holes in the walls. After that you just have to wait for it to come out again, climb to its back again, and repeat the whole process. Oh, and since he's always flying, spamming your guns helps a lot too. This may take a while because the Gigapede has quite a resistant exoskeleton, but if you are patient and especially if you use the Cerberus weapon a lot, you will defeat this giant tapeworm very easily and very fast with little to no effort. Its electric attacks are not even a big deal either, since they are not very hard to avoid with a few good dodges. Granted, once it has low health, some of his attacks become a bit trickier to avoid, but it shouldn't be a problem if you know what you're doing, which you should already know at this point. And since this giant worm has a lot of health, this simple fight can overstay its welcome fast and become repetitive and boring after a few minutes of doing the same thing over and over. In other cases, I wouldn't really mind having a very simplistic and easy boss at the beginning of the game, but considering that the previous boss was Cerberus, who is actually fun and challenging, the Gigapede comes off as a weird case in Devil May Cry 3, a game filled with amazing and difficult boss battles and enemies. The only truly positive thing I can say about this battle is that it's so easy that it feels like the opposite of a killjoy. The rest of Devil May Cry 3 is just so challenging that it can get really frustrating at times, but in a good way. So having a very easy boss that helps progressing with the game faster is kind of a relief, to be honest, especially if you suck at this game just like me. It still is forgettable, dumb and insultingly easy, but at least it doesn't fucks with you like other bad boss battles. This is especially true during Mission 18, in which you have to fight many bosses of the game a second time. While I struggle fighting really hard bosses like Beowulf or Nevan again, at least I can get over with the Gigapede very fast. Oh, and I guess the music of this fight is very solid as well. That aspect of Devil May Cry never disappoints.
The Gigapede has a bland design, the fight lacks any challenge, it can become repetitive really fast, and the overall experience is just not enjoyable, but it's not a killjoy by any means. So the Gigapede is definitely a forgettable boss fight. To be honest, I made this very brief episode on this very brief and bad boss battle mainly because I wanted to give you an example of what a forgettable boss battle is and give some explanations about it.
I finally wanted to remind you that the little tiers or labels that I give to each boss battle at the end of each episode are not the main reason I made this entire series in the first place. They are there just to summarize my feelings towards the boss in a few words, but the focus on the boss inspection is on the whole analysis I make about each battle. So, if I make several episodes in a row that end in a standout or a killjoy, it doesn't mean that every boss fight analyzed is identical to each other. That's kinda what I love about boss battles so much. They are all so unique and different from each other that they all deserve to be talked about. I hope you guys can understand this, and you can expect episodes on more interesting and amazing bosses in the near future.
And I just killed the mood for this boss inspection with a very boring rant. Okay, maybe I should try ending this with a joke or something. Let's see, maybe they should rename this boss fight My Dick because of how long it is. Although it's not very hard. That was painfully unfunny. I really hope they replace me with somebody who is actually funny for the next boss inspection episodes. Is Chandran available?
Bless me with your gift.